Greetings, light workers. Greetings, star seed. Greetings to all of those who make a practice of illuminating their light cells just a bit brighter whenever and wherever possible. This is Oya Transformation, and today is May the 20th, Wednesday, 2020. The cards have been shuffled, they have been prayed on, and the Holy Spirit, through me and only the highest of positive energies, have been asked to join us in this reading. So we are grateful for breath. We are grateful for our ancestors and the spirit guides. We are grateful for the ascended masters that see to it that we don't have to make all the same mistakes. We recognize that there's some growing pains that we all have to go through, and we can't be denied. But as we go through this walk, on this earth school, there are guides and messages from our angels that never leave us. They always ask for permission, and so we must ask for help. And when we do, sit still and recognize help is on the way. What's that, the Baltimore group, the Whatnots? Help is on the way? I don't have to find that. Help is on the way. Okay, so the theme for today comes from the Isis Oracle, and it is Queen of Heaven. Blessings from the Divine Empress of the Skies. Now, I do a lot with feminine divinity because I think that here in this capitalistic society we live in, we have minimalized the feminine side of the Holy Spirit. We have minimized the feminine qualities. And because of that, we have what we have now. A bunch of angst, a bunch of competition, a bunch of my dog is better than your dog, move over, if not I'm going to kick you over. I mean, there's no cooperation, and all of these are feminine qualities. And many of the spiritual books or religious books speak from the God side, from masculine energies. And that's why grandma's not revered. That's why granddad's not revered. That's why men are uncomfortable with exploring their feminine side. Oh, their masculine prowess and the whole strength and beat on your chest thing is real strong. But how often do we really need that? Of course, these bodies we have are our vehicles, and if they are in perfect working shape, or as close as you can get to it, your stand alone says, give me my space. And from there, each of us have honored each other's right to be wherever they are, and we don't have to challenge each other. But the challenge piece, that's a masculine energy. And we're out of balance. Let me just say that. We're out of balance. So moving on to the card from our toolbox, the cards from our toolbox that assist us in supporting this Queen of Heaven. But before we go there, let me talk about the Queen of Heaven. So the Queen of Heaven is Divine Empress of the Skies. She acknowledges your feminine authority now as a man or a woman. You have a life path and a spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom to the world. Okay, so what supports that coming from our toolbox? And this is from the Guardian Angel deck. And it says the guardian of action, who is our first support for this day. It is time for you to step up and be the leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun. So move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, enjoys a challenge. So, is that you? I can walk that way sometimes. But in the reset, even the things that were naturally our ways of being have been put on hold. So what we're being told here, that I'm hearing, is slowly walk into your power. Slowly walk back into your power. Whatever had you feeling defeated, put it in its place. Within boundaries. And recognize your divinity is more powerful than any outer circumstance. So with that said, we move over to the empathic. Why do I keep wanting to say empathetic? Empathic oracle. And it is that of the past, which is a number 37, which speaks of resourcefulness and leadership and identity. And what I do know about the past is the past came to teach us. It did not come to anchor us, making our present limited. It came to teach us and be stepping stones to allow us to walk faster and farther, knowing what we know, and not to be afraid. So when the past is held too tightly, it becomes that which imprisons us. It does not allow us to move faster and farther because it weighs us down. Yes, we have all been hurt. Yes, we have all been places that we don't want to go back. But, I go back to my man, Khalil Gibran, and the prophet says that if I'm not willing to laugh all my laughter, some of us reserved on the laugh. Oh, how's that going to sound, girl, if you can't get a whole big full laugh out? It's restricted. That's not healing. Laughter is healing. Can you get all down in your belly and come up from your toes and give up a ha ha ha? Woo! If you can't do that, I feel for you. So, with that said, you also have to cry out all your tears. When it's hurting, be willing to let it all go. Because those are toxic waters. But they're also healing waters. They're toxic if you hold on to them. Because then they become hurts. More places for acidic energies to reside within your spirit. We don't want that. So, the empathic oracle speaks to the past in this way. The past is where I come from. Let me remember with honor its teachings. It is true that the past is where each of us has come from, with all its triumphs, joys, hurts, and sorrows, some that seem to have left indelible marks upon us. But when we let the past define us, it is difficult to be in the present moment, missing opportunities that arise to interact without judgment. Nature's laws dictate your experience of cause and effect, and from the knowledge of your past, we find safety. When you stick your hand on the flame, you understand that you will be burned because of remembrance of that experience. When you bring your past into your emotional experience, it becomes a bit trickier. The emotional baggage from your past can make it difficult to form new trusting relationships, friendships, or to venture into a more intimate relationship. To try new experiences for the fear of being hurt or failing. As an empath, your intuition is one of your greatest gifts and a wonderful tool, for it is truly the ability to realize that when you are present in a moment from a place that is not filled with wounds, there lies opportunity for bliss. So with that said, we move on to the final card from the Course of Miracles, which speaks to daily miracles. And it says, truth will correct all errors in my mind. When a situation has been dedicated wholly to truth, peace is inevitable. So, that says to me, as long as you try your best to walk in integrity in all that you do, or walk as close as you can to what you believe to be truth, you open a space for all other energies to be removed. Walking in integrity is almost a clear call for angels to follow you, because they like the experiences around you and they will aid you. Why? Because your life purpose can only be actualized if truth is your staff. If truth, or trying your best to get to the truth, walking in your truth, is your light post, you have no choice but to love, laugh, and live a more fruit-filled life. So with that said, this is Oya Transformation. The Queen of the Heavens is calling you. Divine feminine qualities are not just for women. They are the heart ties that hold us to humanity. With that said, it is Wednesday, May the 20th, 2020. I challenge you to walk in your truth. Namaste, and have the best Wednesday of your choosing.